crazy.
Lulu, did you just follow me on Twitter?
Yeah, I didn't know you were on Twitter.
You know what?
The rapper Leaks Gaga is leaks the gag is his computer crashed, so he'll be right back.
Oh man, Lucas.
And then we'll get started with these sweet tag season 4 questions.
What?
Was Obama born in New Mexico, Albuquerque?
I don't think so. No.
Hawaii.
Obama?
Hawaii?
I think he was born in Hawaii.
Hey, I feel like some president was born in. Who was born in Albuquerque? Some president, right?
A lot of people were born in Albuquerque.
Freddie Prinze Jr. Freddie Prinze Jr. comes from Albuquerque.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was Lincoln.
I remember my first experience with New Mexico was meeting Lukas and Noah in the airport. Blonde just came out. I was vibing.
Oh my God.
Yes, blonde. That's
I'll never listen to Blonde. I think of that season.
Can I ask a question really quick? I have one question that I was very curious about all of a sudden is, how many of you guys knew each other prior to shooting? Some of you knew each other, right? Or
No.
I knew Noah.
I only kind of knew of Hana.
Yeah, I knew Leah really well. And I think that was the only person that I knew before all of this.
Well, I knew myself, so.
I didn't know any. Lucas and we had just done a chemistry read together for another movie, but
We never got to work together. I remember Hannah was like, I was like, I know Brendan. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited because I'd like seen the first season. She was like, no, sweetie.
That's the bad news about Brendan.
All right, guys.
Hannah, can I ask you this question? I'm really curious. Do you have any funny stories from the cast auditions that you can share?
Oh my god.
Hold on. Okay, there it is.
Hannah, you remember mine, but you go first.
Okay, well, the first one that comes to mind actually is with Tim, because I have this, like, even if the person's audition is great, like, I'm always going to give some direction just to make sure they're listening to me and don't think they're smarter than me. Tim's audition was so good that I couldn't come up. I just was like, I told him really weird. I don't know if you remember what it was. But it was like something that was impossible to do. And you see the gears start going. That was a scene with Caylen, right? That was like really, really like heavy.
Yeah.
Like you can't.
What about me like cutting myself or something? And he's like, oh yeah, that's great.
It actually was.
Oh my gosh.
No, make it happy and fun.
The worst no ever.
You're like, what show is this? What am I auditioning for?
My computer now. Oh, fuck.
Move over so we can
That's the name, dude. Who is that?
Fun. All right, cool.
How are you doing?
That's better.
Well, another one of my favorite stories is about Lulu and Nick. And we've been having these chemistry reads to find out like who should play Rowan's love interest in season 1. So they had like immediately amazing chemistry, and like the scene was like, it's just like all of a sudden you can see like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good, this is gonna be really good. But Nick kept getting redder and redder, and we were all like he was blushing, like full on, like it was adorable, but it was like very intense. Nick, tell me what you finally told me season 3.
I had drank a bunch of pre-workout that morning, and that's like I hadn't cleared my system, and whenever your blood, like when your blood starts pumping, like I get really red. It wasn't like a cute I'm blushing. It's like literally my entire body's turning red from the
Drinking that pre-workout for every chemistry read since. Right?
The other thing comes to mind is I hate casting from tape, but I think I cast 3 of you from at least 3. Caylen,
yeah, I was in
Hana,
Georgia.
Hana, and Lucas. I never met Lucas.
What?
Lucas, I remember when you had dinner. No clue what you had no clue. You sitting across from me, you're like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here, dude. I don't know what this character is. I just auditioned like yesterday.
I did a real power move though with Hannah and that.
In your tape?
What'd you do?
Tell them, Hannah.
Well, I guess I didn't realize it was a power move, but like
it's not a power move if you don't know.
A real power move there.
It was a subtle power move.
he read for Ash, so I was just watching tape, and he like stuck out as a good actor, and I really liked his look because I like people who aren't like classically good looking, like they're a little bit fucked up looking. but I
It made
did.
all of our confidence levels go down.
And so we were like, he should read for Brandon. But then when they told his reps that, he said that he wouldn't come in, he was like, no, I've read for them too much, and they can put me on tape.
Power move.
And so I don't think it was a power move, because you literally almost
Who
didn't
got
get
the part?
because well, you got the part.
Oh God! I just one question. Who got the part?
One that a lot of people were asking is, what character would you want to play besides yours?
Ooh.
I want to play Brendan.
I think I would have been
Not the character, me the person.
I want to play. I liked Trevor's character.
I would be Zoey. She's a real nightmare. Who would you want to be quarantined from the Tag cast and why?
Say Lukas.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I'd love to just be. I would love to be locked in one spot for like months with Lukas.
Yeah.
I feel like-
The characters?
You can make that happen.
A really good one that everyone's. What happened that night between Brever?
What happened?
What happened that
The
night?
only person that knows.
For sure.
Hannah, what
Beat on
happened?
each other.
Well,
Give it to us.
first of all, it's Trandon, definitely.
No, Brever.
No.
He said no.
And
Things are heating up.
What did they do? Did they?
well, they hooked up.
But like, what does that mean? First
Yeah,
base.
what does that
second
mean?
base, Third base.
Yeah, that means that has different
Alright.
connotations.
It's not important whether they had sex or not, or whether it was one kiss. It's like Brandon is, down for whatever with anyone. So
Trevor's just a
He
sensitive-
likes wine. He doesn't like the labels.
oh, I love that.
Everyone is asking, is Rowan into women?
Rowan?
Yeah, she bi.
Yeah,
bi.
here's the thing. Why wouldn't she be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, she's got a lot of life to live. She was, 16, 17? Homegirl's got the rest of her life.
Yeah.
Rowan
Do
is
it out.
going to
You're
she's
kind
gonna
of bored.
she's gonna spend some years in Paris with a female lover.
Most difficult scenes.
Dude, here's the thing.
The one where
Like-
Nick and Lukas couldn't get it together, and it was
Oh
3 in the morning.
my
That
God.
was my favorite scene to be a part of.
Dude, that
was-
scene.
Hannah was pissed.
When I came in, I thought she was going to kill us.
I've never seen you so mad, but that was the hardest I've ever
I mean-
laughed at.
You remember when she burst back in the door and she was like, guys, get it together.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I think we were all together, in that
Yeah.
scene. There was 8 of us or something.
Yeah, Lucas and I just had to
you
stare into
guys
each
were
other's
really-
souls right next to
You
each
guys
other.
were trying so hard, and you were really giving it everything.
Ass Killers, which is Trevor's last name in the show, right? Trevor Askill.
Askill?
Yeah, Trevor Ass Killers.
No, not ass killers.
Wait,
just
hold on.
ass-
Are we talking about the same show?
No, yeah,
No,
everyone
Ass Stand up.
After night? Or-
there's a fandom. Ass Killers, Snakes,
Oh.
and Gay Rights. They want us to say all three.
Well, you just did. I think you're in there.
Snake? Like Zoey?
Ass killers,
Oh my
gay
goodness.
rights, and
Alright,
snakes.
that joke.
Are these are they fans of Trevor? Is that what I'm hearing? And Snakes
Yeah.
are fans of Zoey?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Okay.
What's
gonna
a
duel
creative
out.
way that Nicki could come back, Hannah?
Flashbacks, that's all. That's the only way.
Oh, a ghost. She's a ghost that kills
She's a
everyone.
ghost.
That goes.
Dream
That,
sequence.
Becomes
I gotta say,
supernatural.
Claudia.
Like a little transparent. You know what I mean?
I pitched
Like a
a
little
ghost.
Win.
Hannah, who had to do the most takes out of each actor?
You.
Lucas in the freezer.
I mean,
Oh.
Fucking one take wonder.
I had one scene with you, and it took so long to.
Who's most like the character they play?
You.
I'd say Noah.
I don't think that anyone's very much like their character, really.
I think I'm a little like.
Brendan for sure.
Yeah, he was a badass, man. His loft was sick. His
Yeah.
parents were conservationists.
He had
You know?
one of the coolest
He's like a super smart tutor, and like everyone wanted to hook up with him, and then he weirdly did like graffiti at the same time.
Yeah, dude, he was sick. I literally started like graffitiing after I left you. Yeah, dude, I got into it. I loved it, and then I was like, I should stop doing this because I'm gonna get in trouble one day.
What was everyone's favorite scene of their own?
I loved my scene at the end when it kind of recaps everything and the montage is happening.
Cried.
Yeah, you did such a spectacular job in that.
Favorite scene was when I had to kiss someone through a chain link fence.
Oh wait, I had a good scene.
Emma.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
I love it.
Go for
How,
it.
I want to hear your scene first, but there's a question for you as well.
Oh, it's the scene. I mean, it's the
scene.
If you've seen the show.
I mean, we were in a really dark headspace, but that
was hard.
I wasn't. I enjoyed
incredible.
having a captive audience.
I've literally gone back and just watched that scene alone and just been like,
yeah, Emma, you really killed it.
Yeah, I didn't do it. Hannah did it. Yeah, it was great.
Season 2 was my favorite for my character because she was just going through a lot of shit. Also, as an actor, I had never really gone that far with a character before. Like, I think the one scene where she finds out her parents died.
I loved all like the sweet moments between Jai and Tessa. Like, I loved finally. I felt like, you know, it was just really fun to do with her.
What about you, Lucas?
Do not lie. Your favorite scene to shoot is when y'all find us in the woods, and you and I could not stop laughing.
Could not.
And it was pissed. We've been filming for 17 hours already.
Favorite scenes of the entire show, which is like a weird scene to be my favorite, is the show with Trevor, Sean, and Brandon in the SUV in the middle of the parking lot.
Oh my god.
First of all, with like Trevor and Brandon and like him lighting, it was like an old Western inside a car where he's like lighting his joint, and they're like, and then Sean showing up with the mask, and like there was just like something, I don't know, I just like really love that scene.
What's the funniest offset thing that has happened, like while we were not filming?
I have it. Wait, this is actually really funny. Lulu, you probably forgot this. When somebody was flying into town, and you and I and Caylen, sorry, went to the airport.
It was. I think it was. Lucas.
It was Tim. Yeah.
It was Tim and Lucas, and we went there with a big sign.
Big sign
for you guys, and then we had like missed you.
We were literally running to the airport.
She called you guys, and you guys were like, "We're at the hotel. What are you talking about?"
We've been here for like 20 minutes.
We tracked your flight.
That day we had at the camp was just like, it was such a long, I mean, obviously some people were working very hard, but there was a lot of us that weren't for most of that day, and we were just like chilling so much like all day long, and that was really awesome.
We were like driving in Noah's car and him playing like weird music that he'd found on SoundCloud and like driving.
Yeah. I just remember, what is it, Meow Wolf?
Meow Wolf. Sound check on the spin.
Hi. Know that guy.
You watch Tagged?
Yo.
You've seen Tagged?
Yes.
Who's your favorite character?
Me. Hawk, because I like his name.
The characters.
Who?
Hawk, because I like his name.
Hawk wins every contest.
I want to remember, Patrick.
Plus Noah is dreamy.
Oh, I feel.
Hannah, I'm coming for your man.
Okay, what was your guys' favorite location to film?
The train yard, the abandoned train yard.
Oh yeah.
Super cool.
Except for that place was disgusting.
Do my dance. Hannah took her shoes off with me.
Solidarity.
She was like, so if you die, we all die.
There you go. I remember that.
Oh my god, you guys were so naked for that scene.
You're such a perv, Hannah.
I love.
We are minors.
We are minors.
He goes facts.
Braeden,
I love a good makeout scene. It's true. Poor Noah was sick for like 2 of his huge scenes. So sick that he was like talking like a really nasal. He ADR'd 2 entire scenes.
Oh my
god! Oh man, way to go!
I remember that.
That's
Brutal.
rough.
Yo, I remember that vividly in my room. Like, yo, this is crazy. I've never been this sick in my entire life. So first of all, the Crown Plaza MVP, because the chef at the Crown Plaza, I like walked down there. I was like, yo, dude, can you make me tea? Because I don't have anything in my room. And he was like, I got you. He made me a fat like beaker of tea.
Wait, I'm sorry. There was the chef at the Crown Plaza
at a restaurant.
Sorry.
On the other side of this quarantine, we have to do this in person. We're always
Yeah.
like, we gotta do it, but like
Great.
actually, we have to do it because
Yeah.
I would love that.
I have to say, out of any cast I've worked on, I've never stayed in touch with more people from
Oh.
life.
Yeah.
Not like I've worked with very many casts, but I've worked with people I haven't spoken to since. You guys are amazing. You're like the coolest people. I'm like inspired by you guys. I've like wondered if I will be on my deathbed and be like tagged, man.
We still gotta get tattoos.
I'll get the tattoo.
Oh yeah.
I got a tattoo gun in my crib. Let's go.
Okay, I'm leaving. I love you guys.
Okay.
Bye, Hannah.
Sorry, I have to go too because I have to write an essay, but
Yeah. It's all friends.
I also have to do a lab report. Bye, guys.
Oh my god, it's just getting smaller and smaller.
I gotta go. Quarantine, guys.
Ending to Lucas's video.
I gotta go, dude. I gotta go walk into this plant. I'll be right back.
Real talk. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Well, we're still
Who is the
going.
most likely to be late to set?
Lucas, I don't know.
I'd say Emma.
Default answer. If we don't know, you're just like, I don't know, Lucas. Sure.
You know, like Noah, what are you saying?
Go home, Noah.
What's happening?
Noah, you're the guy that I just remember like getting the best like spiritual advice. Like if there was ever a problem I had, I'd go to you, man, and I'd just be like, I just need to like, what's going on? And I just remember you, like, I tell people this all the time. If anyone ever brings you up, I just go, Noah's like the most in touch with himself, or at least gives the advice to get in touch with yourself person I've ever met in my life. Like,
That is crazy. Thank you so much.
it's
Yeah,
fucking
when
complimented.
everybody like cried that night, there was like 7 or 8 people.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah.
Good time.
All of us. Oh my god.
I remember I got drunk for the first time with you guys.
Yes!
I was there. I got drunk.
Yes.
Heavens, bro.
My first time. You were there too, Caylen. It was in
I was there. I was always like 16 though, so I was like, okay.
I made you all dinner. I made sure Caitlin didn't have any wine.
Never made
You made potatoes, right?
I think I turned 21 while we were filming, right? Or
I
was
got
it
you drunk for the
around
first time too.
Yeah, it was around
right. Yeah.
21, wasn't it? Like,
Dude, how are we like the same age?
wait, how close is it? Like a couple months? Who's older though?
I'm like 5 months older than you, I think.
5 months
Like,
older, okay.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's, oh man, I can't believe it's been that long though.
That's what I mean. It's like,
wow.
And like for a lot of us, it was like the project all meant the same thing. Like we were all kind of at this, like, you know, we've all gone on to have different, like, you know, at the very least success, like, you know what I mean? So, but it's like back then we were all just like grinding still, and like it was a big opportunity.
Like what you said, Caitlin, earlier with like exploring your character further than you've gone with any other. It's like, okay, like I'm capable of feeling these emotions and telling this kind of story.
See, when did you get at the disco dance
yeah,
party?
I feel like I'm having a seizure.
This is how we dance. All the beds start spinning.
Bars might be closed, but my house is still open. Fuck, let's go.
I don't mean to break up the perfect 3x3 Rex.
You know, it's probably about that time.
Yeah, I gotta get
I can
hour late.
Stuff's gonna happen at some point.
Go.
I know, yeah.
Something or movie, so I can get off whenever.
Let's do this again, please.
This is great.
Set it up again,
Lucas, thank you for the idea, dude.
Yeah.
Noah, thank you for getting everyone together with me. Tim,
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you for getting the room.
Yeah, thanks guys.
All right,
I
guys.
love you guys.
All right.
Guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
I'm leaving the meeting. Bye.
Leaving the meeting.
leaving immediately.